Objection. Welcome back to the world's most dangerous podcast, Not So Common NSC. What's up, fellas?
What they do?
What they do?
What's
What's
up,
going
man?
on?
Man, a lot going on, brother. A lot going on. Let's get into it. ICE. They killed a woman in Minnesota. What do y'all? Did y'all see that? I know. I know y'all seen it. Did y'all see the? Did y'all see the footage?
I didn't see the footage.
Yeah.
I just see the picture.
I saw
What
some
did
of the
you think about the footage? Because I saw it too. I saw different angles.
So can you explain exactly what took place?
So apparently they were at what appeared to be like a ICE and then an ICE protest that was going on and stuff like that. So ICE was in the area. It was a woman who I guess was trying to tell people that ICE was here or protesting against ICE, whatever. But she was blocking the road. So they come up to her car about about 3-4 cops came up, maybe about 3. So each one came to a side of the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
One in the front. So they tell her to get out the car. So one cop grabs for the doorknob, right? And when he grabs for the doorknob, she steps on the gas. Well, there's a cop in front of her. She goes his way, and it appears to be, and then he shot her, right? So he shot through the window. Mm-hmm. So what appeared, but it appeared to be that the controversy is, did he have to kill her? Right? Because it seemed like in his mind, she's going towards him, and now it's a weapon. Now the vehicle's a weapon.
Self-defense is what he's looking at.
Yeah, but certain video and angles shows him stepping to the side and shooting to the side. That's pretty much why the protests are going on. You got the mayor, pretty much telling them like, ICE, get out of here, get the fuck out of here is what he said. There's a bunch of protests in the middle of the streets and stuff like that because
I was just saying, so she wasn't even really a part of anything per se. She was just there, just in the middle of it.
Yeah, you know how people, it's all the protests. It's Trump, ICE versus the people, and she was really blocking. So she was blocking the middle of the streets because the street is here. She's diagonal on the street. Mm-hmm. The pickup truck with ICE is coming this way. So they naturally get out and surround her car and tell her to, get out of the car. She panics and steps on the gas, and the guy, she's going straight towards the cop in front of her. The cop seems like he steps to the side and just shoots sideways, but in other recounts of it toward that they say she was running straight towards him, and then he shot through the car. I saw him step. I don't feel like, in my personal opinion, two wrongs. They both are wrong, but the cop can be justified because she was going his way. But I feel like he did step to the side. He didn't have to kill her, but she didn't have to do what she did either. She put herself in that situation to where now this ICE agent has to make whatever decision is on his mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So Jennifer asked if they were cops or ICE agents.
They were ICE agents.
They're ICE agents. Yeah.
They're still, law enforcement,
But what's their jurisdictions, though? I think they might have a green light on a lot of shit. I don't think their rules are the same.
They're different level.
Yeah, they like any means necessary, and whatever's happening,
well,
we got a green light.
From what they were saying on the news stuff, like they can be held accountable for stuff. The cops can arrest them.
Oh
yeah.
If they
are they like a split between like military and police?
No, they're a special government agent. They're a government agency.
Okay.
ICE is a government agency. They're here to get people who are here illegal.
Yeah.
But they're not here to
people left or right.
Huh?
I said it seemed like they've been taking a lot of people out. Like, it's reckless.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm not blaming anybody. I feel like they both were to blame. She shouldn't have did what she did, and he could have not shot through the window. You know,
Hmm.
they could have found another way to chase her down. You know what I'm saying?
So what's your verdict on it? Who's that
Like
for?
I feel like she put herself in a situation to where the
If
cop
she
had
was
to
never there, it never took place.
huh?
If she was never there, it would have never took place.
Well, yes, but not even just that. If she hadn't tried to go, if she had never tried to just run, if she had just listened and just got it over with, maybe it could have been a ticket. Maybe it could have been just, all right, get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It could have been just that. She was not illegal. She was not an immigrant. They have no reason to really arrest her. Just, get out of here. But she stepped on the gas and tried to get out of here, and they shot through the window.
He panicked and
yeah. And apparently that cop was involved in a either he got hit or almost got hit months earlier.
People have been trying to take him out.
Yeah, I think it's just him.
I think culturally, not to throw the black card in there, but I think culturally our perception of interacting with the police is a lot different than some other cultures. I think we know for a fact you don't drive your car nowhere toward an officer. Like that's you're going to get shot.
Right.
Like, you're going to get shot.
Right.
They're going to claim their life was in danger.
Yeah.
And all that, and it's going to get validated.
Oh yeah, we definitely. Yeah, I was just saying, she definitely. We see what side she on.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, but I hate it. I hate it had to happen. She was a mom. She was she had a part of. She was. I guess she was part of the community. So.
She was a wife, husband.
Yeah, I think a wife. They say partner. I think she was married to a woman.
Partner. Yeah, correct. Partner. I stand corrected. Partner.
Yeah, but I think she had apparently what I've read too. She had a husband that passed away a couple years ago.
Oh,
and she was.
How old was she? She was young or older?
She's 37.
Oh yes.
I think it's just really tragic too that people out here dying for their political beliefs.
Yeah, unfortunate situation.
Yeah. This is one of those things where this and here's the thing. Yes, you're right. I was gonna say it wasn't political, but it is political. It's about immigration. Should we have illegal people in here? It ain't like it's every race. We especially in Texas. I don't know in New York and Charlotte, but in Texas, when we think about immigrants and ICE, we think of Mexicans. But they're in Minnesota. Minnesota has a lot of Somalis. So you have to. I want to say you can support people in different ways. You don't got to put yourself in harm's way to support someone.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, if she was never there, maybe this doesn't happen. If she just cooperated, it could have been.
Like you could have just right.
I mean, even if you look at it, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, like, the political part of it too is in the messaging on what side that you believe in, right? Because one side is telling you this is a life and death situation. If you don't stand up now for these people, you'll be next.
Mm-hmm.
So people are taking a stand on that. Just also the morality of it as well. And then you get the other side that's just saying.
So with that being said, you have to take whatever the consequences are. Then if you're going to stand on either side, you have to know what comes with it. You know what I mean?
Now that's what I was going to ask. Okay, even in that moment, what was the mission? What was looked to be accomplished in that particular moment? Like, was that going to stop them from apprehending or doing what they were doing, or was it just some radical incident that just went left?
Yeah, I don't
like,
think that
no matter what she would have did, it would have stopped what they were doing.
Yeah, they demonstrated that you're not gonna stop. You're not gonna stop what they're doing.
Right.
If anything, you're just gonna get caught up in it and likely arrested or in this situation.
And she was gonna stop their vehicles.
Wait, what?
I said, what kind of vehicle did she have that she thought was gonna be?
He was in an SUV.
Yeah,
like you had a soccer mom van that just. I'm gonna stop all of this. Like,
was it a van? It was a larger vehicle. It wasn't like a sedan. It was either a minivan or SUV.
Yeah, something. But even like you talk about politics, look at the officials we have. Look at like Kristi Noem and Donald Trump. Like just they're not feeling any kind of bad about it. Even Trump made up a whole story that he was in the guy got ran over, was in the hospital and stuff like that.
The ICE agent got ran over.
Right.
Yeah, that's Trump is saying. Trump is like, he's happy to be alive. He's surprised he's still alive and stuff like that. Made it seem like, and Kristi Noem was all like, well, if that's what you're gonna do, you got to get the consequences and stuff.
And so there's the propaganda. That's where the people are getting the idea. This is life and death, right? Because the people on their side are saying, "Oh, she mowed down a officer, a federal agent. She deserved to get shot." Right on their side, that's what they're gonna promote. And then on the opposite side, it's she didn't do anything. She was a mother and the activist, and she was just standing up.
Yes. And both sides are lying. That's the thing about it. Both are lying about the way it happened, the situation. They both trying to put their own spin to it, and they're telling everything but the way it happened.
So at the end of the day, she did nothing wrong, from what I hear.
She did something wrong.
What did she do wrong? Was in their way?
No, she was blocking the way, and then she drove like they told her to get out of the car. They tried to open it, and when she was speeding off, the cop was there. The cop was there in front of the car, but he stepped to the side when she was pulling away.
Whatever she was where the video picks up that I saw, they were giving her commands. They were yelling commands to her to get out the car or whatever, and they were approaching the vehicle. To evade them, she then started pulling. Her vehicle was facing like sideways to them, so they're approaching her from the side. There was an officer that was in front of her car a little ways, and when she started pulling off to get away from the car, the officers that were approaching her from the side, or the agents that were approaching her from the side, she drove towards that officer, and that's where he fired.
Got you. But it was not a clear understanding of what she was trying to accomplish.
But no, I don't know what she was trying to accomplish, right? Because it's hard to get a clear story. It depends on what side you're hearing it from.
Yeah,
is the story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, did she live in the area?
Commentary and clips. So people, they show the video, give commentary, and the video is not without wider context. It's not self-explanatory from my perspective, because right at the moment where it was looking like he drew his weapon and started shooting, it cut off.
Okay.
I saw the whole thing, and when soon as she went forward, his gun was coming out. Like,
I seen that part. Yeah,
it was same time. It was she drove, and
well, that's where it cut off. When I saw that's like where he drew his weapon, that's where it cut off.
Oh no, when he drew the weapon, he stepped like to the side, and he was shooting like this through the window. So she could have kept going past him because he was already out of harm's way, but it was just motion and just shooting.
Okay, so he wasn't like square dead center.
No, he wasn't square dead center.
So you think
it was easy? I can get out the way.
So do you think he could have aimed at a tire or something different than actually aiming at the driver?
I would say, in my personal opinion, when it comes to officers and stuff like that, I mean, they're not really trained to just wound. They're trained to take them out.
Right.
Yeah. So
if they're shooting at you, they're trying to kill you. Yeah. There's most definitely, if an officer is shooting at you, they're trying to kill you. Federal, state, local. If they're shooting at you, they ain't trying to this. You could have shot him in the knee or could have shot him in the hand. That they're not shooting like that. They don't. I can assure you, they are not training to the level of accuracy to carry out that action in the split second. Like that's not even a realistic thing for them, right? Yeah. They're aiming center mass, the biggest part of your body, with all your organs in it, to
take you out, drop you, and clean you up. And I agree. Yeah, I don't think he had any right to pull out his gun. To be honest with you, man, like
nobody else did. That's the thing about it. Nobody else would have done
that. I don't agree with that at all.
It was just him.
I mean, if from the sound of it, if he could have just jumped out the way, that's an option.
Yeah, it was a step. Like it was really just it was just he stepped and shot, you know.
Yeah.
It
I
was
agree wrong on that one.
so,
So my verdict, they're guilty.
and then you have to understand what Minneapolis, what happened 5.5 years ago.
Yeah. What?
George Floyd,
Oh yeah.
So they already got a thing against them with law enforcement.
Yeah.
So they're like, now they're on ice. They now get your mind off of that. We're heavy on ice right now. Get out of our city. You know what I'm saying? It's ice, baby.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, man.
And I'm not advocating for them, but the more but I watch a lot of police interaction videos too, and it seems like the more scrutinized they are, the more under the microscope, it seems like the more aggressive they become.
Yeah.
Like they're people following them, people videoing them, people
thinking they're above the law. They know the law more than the officer. Trying to, like that. You asking for it at that point. Like,
I mean, Jennifer said she was under no legal responsibility to get out of her car. She chose to remove herself from the situation. The ICE agent is not a cop. Was wrong in every aspect. Yeah, not a cop, but ICE agent. But they still made to protect themselves if they feel like they're in danger.
Yeah,
so
and I think
ICE agent is not a police officer. They are a federal agent. That is a whole nother realm of
somebody walking across the street. I mean, they walk down the street, they'll walk up on you and handcuff you and take your stuff out and make sure who you are or something. And they're able to do that for some reason. They were doing that. Like when they were here, when they was in Charlotte, when I tell you what, because we got a whole bunch of houses being built in our neighborhood. When they got here, the whole week, nobody came to work. No lie. Nobody came to work.
Wait.
It could have been longer than that. Not like 2 weeks. And I ain't even trying to be funny, but it happened that way.
What jobs didn't come to work?
The building, all the jobs.
No, I think the specific jobs didn't come to work.
Yeah.
Nah, whoever was building the house, nobody came to work.
That's what
nobody came to work. Nobody came to work. It was serious. And then, a bunch of footage came up about incidents where they were just randomly grabbing people and take all and then identify them and then, all right, go ahead. Then I'm like, damn, you supposed to do that? You could do that? Oh, damn. Sheesh. Yeah, it was like they were randomly just messing with anybody. They just pick somebody and just mess with them.
On their side.
Yeah, it was doing. I seen a lot here. I was like, wow, they for real, man. It's crazy.
And honestly, I had at my job they have I work in we build data centers, right? But we ship them off to these different sites. But also we have guys that work at those sites, that we have to go there and work. Yeah. And I heard one incident that ICE was in the area over there, and you talking about people running, people wouldn't even leave work to go out on the road. He said, man, they had people stop working, running. They had to get my job had to get some thing to get the ICE out of there.
Like you got people getting broken up from their families, and that's rough, man.
Yeah, man. My especially I work with a lot of Venezuelans, and I mean, you're talking about they're right now they're trying to figure out what they're gonna do, because I have one coworker, his brother-in-law just got deported. He got a family here, but he has to go back. And then my coworker, he has a visa that's or whatever asylum thing he's on. He has to check in every year. He said that's up in a couple months. He doesn't know if he's going to be able to renew it.
Yeah. So what's your take on it, Mook?
On what part?
The whole thing of the illegals being in the U.S.
They taking all our jobs. No, I swear. Now, listen. If it's against the rules, if it's against the law, it may not be a great law. But if they're not paying taxes, if they're not, putting their fair share in and stuff like that, I feel like you know, they should go back.
You got to do what you got to do, and I look at it as from the safety standpoint. Like, we need to know what's coming here and what's coming. Like, I think that should be, you know, taken care of. Because they had that one spot, huh?
No, go ahead.
That one spot that was like taken over by like all these immigrants or foreigners, or it was like an apartment building.
In Colorado.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like, I ain't with it.
Nah, but if they're here, like I said, if you're here on asylum is legal. You know, they letting you in there. If you're here on some sort of legal anything, I'm all for it. But if you're not, then you know you knew what you were doing when you came here. You did what you did. You knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
So
it's
sad. I don't feel like I don't dislike them. I don't have any ill will towards them at all. They're people like, you know, I don't want nothing bad to happen to them or even from their families at all. I don't want that. But just
I think
he said that was all propaganda.
I don't want to. They all can go back. Not just joking.
I think the history of immigration in the U.S. has, especially people coming in from south of the border, has been a thing. Like there was a time where people could freely come over the border. They would work for the day or go back home, and until we started shutting down the border, that's when people staying became a thing because, you know, well, I gotta make money and feed a family, so I'm gonna make this money here and send it back to my family. That's when it started becoming a thing. But I will say, in the modern times, the way the border was open during the last administration, America has too many enemies to allow that to be the case. Now, not every person coming over the border is a threat. There are people just looking for a better life, but we should be vetting more people, because when I seen actual footage of people crossing that border, it wasn't just Mexicans. I seen like Asians. I seen some people who look to be of Arab descent. I'm like, well, why are you coming that way? Like, why would you come from your country down there to come up through there? Like, there has to be some ulterior motive to that.
Right.
But you know, and it's not an easy journey. Like, it ain't sweet. Like, it's not. Oh, I'm just about to hop right here and you know just walk over the border. Like, no, it's a treacherous journey.
They go through rivers and all types of stuff. Like,
so if you want to be in risk and do all that, you know what I'm saying? Your motives have got to be something. But just for the record though, from some comments I seen, ICE agents do have all the same authority to arrest. They're not looking to enforce local laws. They are federal agents. They can arrest, they can interrogate, they can do all those things that a federal agent will do. So like when they pull up on you, it's not like, oh, you're not real police. No, that's not going to end well for most people. And I think, you know, you have to understand that. When they
got a different set of rules.
So I mean, like, keep it real. Like, they have postal officers with the same powers, and you thinking these are male cops? No, they're real federal agents that just happen to do post office stuff. So that work for the post office. But so like I think everyone should really learn and brush up on what their rights are for real, not just what they hear on the internet. Actually read, know what your First Amendment right is, know what your Second Amendment right is, your Fourth and your Fifth. Those are like your core ones you should know front and back and be able to, you know, apply them properly when interacting with any level of police officer, federal or local.
Yeah, you're right.
I just don't understand those people that just really just try to fight back, and I feel like those are the ones that's being targeted, like those type of people.
So I think anytime at least from what I've seen, documented, anytime you are trying to stand up and defy their perceived authority, they're going to look to make an example out of you.
Yeah, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like you just putting a target on your back.
I mean,
I'm
and
not saying that's the reason not to assert your rights, but how you do it, when you do it, matters.
Yeah, and if you think about it,
understanding that you're right, you can't be saying some nonsense that you halfway heard somewhere, and you're not reciting it properly, and it's not really what you think it is. You need to really know it's solid.
Right. Now, and how much influence you think the government has on the media? Couldn't they twist the narrative anywhere?
It's a fourth branch of government.
It has been notoriously said that the CIA has infiltrated media for
So whatever they want to cover and how they ever want to make it look, they can make it look.
You ever I remember who was it? I'm gonna say maybe Barack Obama was in office at the time, and I used to work overnight at this senior living facility, right? So I would just go back and forth between MSNBC and Fox News. That same story, spin two different ways, and got people really straight up divided on that. And I'm just looking. I'm going back and forth here. They telling the same story at the same time, but two different
outcomes.
One side gonna hate them, the other side, everything. And no matter what you do, you know, if you pick up a piece of paper off the ground, they're gonna talk about, if the people don't like you, gonna talk about the way you did it. You know, so you're just trying to look good for everybody. You know, you're not doing it. You just want to, and the other side gonna just praise you for doing it. Look at you, you're a hero for picking up a piece of paper. Yeah, so
that's crazy.
And if they can't put a spin on it, they just won't cover it and they'll act like it never existed. So their audience doesn't even know what happened.
Right.
Pretty much.
That's wild. Any level has to have legal reason to make you do something like get out of your car. Yeah.
So as far as when you're in a vehicle, your Fourth Amendment rights are not at the same as like if you were in your home. So if you commit any traffic infraction, literally turning your car wrong, or you drift in your lane, or there's thousands of reasons, tens of thousands of reasons they can pull you over. And with that, they can tell you to get out the car, right? So when an officer tells you to get out the car, they're supposed to have a safety reason when they ask you, but they can make up anything. It's supposed to be for officer safety that they ask you to get out the car. But once they ask you to get out the car, they don't have to explain to you why. They don't have to say, I feel this and nothing. They can come up with that later. But when they tell you to get out the car and you say, I'm not getting out the car, they're going to get physical with you. They're going to take you off that car. It's going to happen. Right. And the law is on their side in that moment.
Like, oh, okay, yeah. Like they're going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, let me get back in my car. And
they're going to snatch you up.
Oh, I tried.
So that officer either is going to, and now more than likely they're going to call for backup. And once all the other officers get there, they're going to, be on both sides of your vehicle. Your window is up. They're going to break your window. They're going to reach in your car. They're going to unlock the door, open the door, and physically pull you out. While the other one, they'll probably be trying to grab at you from both sides. So then it'll say you're resisting.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
No, you're pulling me from both sides, and then they're going to get more aggressive, and then it's just not going to end well, right?
That's what I'm saying. Don't make it.
It's not saying it's right, but that's just what they do.
Right.
They make it right, but it's what they do.
Like your main goal is to make it back home. That's it. All that other nonsense trying to be the next Martin Luther King out the window, man. Just go home. That's it.
I mean, there are certain things like the best thing you do. You get pulled over. You can ask them what you're getting pulled over for. There are two lawyers on YouTube that are very famous for this. You ask them what you got pulled over for, and you just shut the fuck up.
That's it.
You don't have to. You evoke your Fifth Amendment right. You don't consent to any searches or seizures. That's your Fourth Amendment. And you just shut up. Don't answer no more questions. You don't have to. You're not obligated to answer any questions. You're not obligated to submit to any sobriety tests. You're not, you just after that, be quiet. Let them do what they're gonna do. Don't answer any questions. Don't.
Right.
And you have to actually say, "I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent." You can't just be silent because then they can use that against you in court.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just angry cops. They just got a whole bunch of angry cops on the force.
I mean,
well, I'm going over. I plead the Fifth.
And some that just really it gets under their skin and they mad now. They mad now because you're not doing what you ain't following the normal script that they used to. Somebody just kowtowing, doing what they say do. So
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? The ball game changes when you're in your home, but still you'll find officers that don't respect it the same, right? So your Fourth Amendment protections in your home are I don't have to open the door for you. You can't kick in my door, any of that stuff without exigent circumstances. Unless you have a warrant, you can come in my house. If you have exigent circumstances, you have a warrant, I allow you in, or you know what I'm saying? But it's still cops that even when they put their foot in your door and they won't let you, and you open the door and they put their foot there, that's a Fourth Amendment violation because they've crossed the threshold of your house. But they don't care. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Sue?
But
you gonna
something.
Right?
I treat the police like they vampires. You can't come in here unless I invite you.
Yeah, I'm not opening the door. Just don't open the door for them. If they had a warrant, trust me, they would not be knocking. They wouldn't be standing there. They would bust your door down and be in there, and you'd have guns pointed at you if they had a warrant. So. Now, remember we used to do them house parties, D, and and the police showed up. We just cut the lights off, turn the music off, and let them knock.
Yep. They had to turn around and go home. They had to bounce.
Yeah. And after a while, they
turn the music back on. Hey.
They turn the music back on. Party going on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It
wasn't nothing
they could do.
What back in the 60s? 50s and 60s, the second
Nah, Mook would have been right there if he was in town. He'd have been right over there. He'd have been in there too. Yeah, definitely true.
I'm sorry that, the girl, I think her name was Renee Good. Sorry she lost her life. Our kids.
Very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate situation.
But I just at sometimes it is better not to make yourself a target for them because you don't know. You'll never know if you're getting the good officer or the bad officer.
Too much of a gamble. Yeah,
too much of a gamble. They do
odds on their side first.
Get home. That's it. Now you got a little girl that you ain't got no other mother now. Yeah.
And an officer will be very quick to tell you, "Oh, I don't know you. I don't know if you want to hurt me, or I don't know if you want to." But for citizens encounter officers, it's the same exact thing. We don't know you. We don't know what your intentions are beyond this stuff. Like we don't know.
Yeah.
It's fight or flight.
Than us though. Because
what
we harm.
I said fight or flight.
More backing them than we
getting the hell up out of there.
Yeah.
I don't know you. I'm not gonna sit and fight you. I'm getting up out of here.
Get home. That's it. That's your only goal.
Yeah.
I think it was just a lot of nervousness, a lot of adrenaline, and it turned tragic.
She must have just got done watching an Avengers movie or something. I don't know what she thought she was gonna do, but
yeah. Some people just like that.
It might be again like I'm not trying to play the race card, but again, it might be just simply the cultural experience.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I couldn't see some another one doing that.
So I mean, when I watch interactions with police, when I see Black people interact, we somehow rah mother, you know what I'm saying, but not too many because we already know what's up.
Exactly, they looking for that. You falling right into the trap.
Yeah. And then on the other side, when I see a Caucasian interact, they had a little more bravado. They a little more with their chest out.
Man, I remember one time I was fishing on this boat. It was me, one of my partners, and then this white dude, right? And then it was my boy's boat, and he had some issue going on that the game warden, they came up, and stopped us. And then we was about to get some tickets or whatever, and then out of nowhere, the white boy had the 26 something .2 marathon he did, and the cops saw that, and he was like, "Hey, you do marathons?" He's like, "Yeah." Man, you can tell that dude got us out there shit that fast. Man. Just by running marathons.
Yeah.
Guys, get out of here, you guys. Get out of here.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Wow.
But man, yeah, that's good one. But y'all, you had brought up a topic earlier I want to get into. Y'all has going.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I'll just start with the post. Shout out to Sharice. You know who she are. You know who she is. Shout out to Sharice. I'll just say the post, and we can kind of go from there. The post says, and I think it's supposed to be intended to be funny. It says it's crazy how women don't want to talk about 50-50 in a relationship, but want to say 50-50 if you get a divorce. Let's talk about it. That's how the post started. So after the post, it was a bunch of back and forth. Now, and what I heard, on a regular, as I said, is the roles. How sometimes the women talk about, well, I'm at home, I'm with the kids, but, and I was like, well, men don't ever bring up what they do. It's only, it seemed to be one-sided when it comes to what, when people express what they do. It's kind of like, why is that? Like, we don't ever say, hey, well, I do this, I do that. I rake the leaves, I shovel the snow. Because it's like, it's what we're supposed to do. We don't ever speak on what we do. Why? Because this is what we do. So that was kind of where I was kind of torn at. And it was, I'm not married, so, I wouldn't necessarily know exactly how to speak on that, or would that be generalized as just a relationship, or would it be more towards marriage? Well, it did say divorce, so it'd be more talking about marriage, right?
Yeah, but a lot of people these days are married, but they still living together, living a married life.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be either or. I would say if you're living together.
But like I said, like we were talking about earlier, like what is the difference of you living your life alone compared to, you know what I mean? Like you would still have to do the same stuff that you would have,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Right.
And that's a good point. Like you saying, like, well, go ahead.
I was gonna say, because of when it gets labeled servitude, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I'm doing it for myself, I'm just doing it for me. But when you add another person to that, or now I'm doing it for you, and now it's labeled as servitude, right?
Right.
Even in modern dating and relating, from what I've seen, they've even called what is considered domestic labor, they've called it slavery.
Yeah.
What?
Because
I've seen
in a relationship.
Huh?
Well, I think the term, it comes from the term submission, where they say, submission and slavery, and it's kind of like, since when is that a problem? And I don't mean like the slavery, but why is it labeled that way when it's like this is what we've been doing for years?
They say that domestic labor is since it's not paid directly, it's free. Like you're not getting any. It act like they're not getting anything out of it. Like you don't reap the benefits of having a house to clean, having the amenities and everything that you are helping maintain.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You're not living as a servant in your own home. That's not what's happening.
It makes no sense. Like I said, man, like the whole, now I can see why so many men are running away from the whole concept of marriage. It makes no sense. We don't benefit from it. There's no benefit for males in a marriage, to be honest with you. Like you're just adding a whole bunch of stuff onto you from somebody else, like, because it's not a 50-50 anymore. Like, when I look at marriage, it's like, okay, I'm partnering with somebody to better my odds of survival. You know what I mean? I can get through with this person. When I'm down, they're coming up. When they're down, I'm bringing up. Like, almost like you know, like that, the whole military thing, like somebody stands and they crawl up your back, get up the wall, and then they turn around, you up type of thing. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's almost like that type of, we're working together to make the best life. I feel like now it's just like to the point where I feel like it's so many, like, you know, dudes, like, you know, you got athletes, you got drug dealers, you got these dudes with money just tossing money like, yo, I pay your bills, I handle all this, and it's kind of messing up. Now you got women looking at that like, well, she getting all her bills paid, she ain't gotta help nobody, she can just sit there and do whatever she want and be taken care of. Like, even like, you know, our friend Jay, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like he got women that come in that want to be taken care of, and as soon as he pulled the rug, like, nah, like, you gotta get a job, handle yourself. They like, nah, I'm gone. You know what I mean? Like, it just seemed like the whole, it's just not fair anymore. Like, there's no type of equal balance between the two anymore, because women ain't doing the cooking and cleaning like they used to. They're not as on point as they were back in the early days of, you know, our grandparents, where they handle stuff. I feel like it's just a different thing now. Now it's like all about what I can get out of a person. It's not.
Yeah. It's no longer about love or companionship.
Yeah.
It's transactional. It's transactional. What can I get out of this? And it's from day one.
You know, it's like I said, like, it's no. I'm take out the whole roles of traditional, because like you were speaking on before, like, you know, men were the hunters and gatherers, and, you know, they bring back a buffalo, and, you know, the women do what they do and cook it and you know what I mean? That's not where we are in life anymore. Now stuff gotta, you know, something gotta change. Now it's like, okay, you hold this down, I hold this down, come together and make it work.
You think that's the problem when people get married now? They're not already defining what, you know, what are you going to be doing? What am I going to be doing? You know, I think they just come together and just say, let's get married, but they don't have nothing after that.
It's strictly, go ahead, George.
Well, no, you go ahead.
No, I was saying it's strictly like every time it's like, oh, what did he do? What did he get you? What did this and that? It's always about him, but nobody ever be like, oh, did she do this? No, it's always, let her relax, or, you know what I mean? It's always like, pamper her. She's supposed to be the one that's supposed to be, you know, you supposed to carry her through the river, and you getting bit by the snakes and the sticks, and, you know, and you supposed to keep her up. You know what I mean? You supposed to eat that. You're a man. But everything else is equal.
Yeah, but and here's the crazy part about what you just said is that, yeah, you're supposed to lift her up, carry her through the snakes and all that stuff. But without you, how is she going to survive? How is she going to get across those snakes? So who's more valuable? You know, who needs to be taken care of? The person doing the heavy lifting. Because
shit on the man, he'll be happy. Whatever, just, you know, just open your legs, and that's all he needs, and he'll be fine. But everything else, you know, just enjoy your life.
And that's kind of what I get from the post, because it's kind of like, because I hear it as a trend, like, women don't ever want to go 50-50. It's always, no, it's more 70-30 or 80-20. But if it falls down, that's when I want half of your house. I mean, I want half of you with everything you got. That's the only time it's 50-50 is when when it's a divorce. So it's kind of like the whole time it's been 80-20, but you want to divorce me and take half. Now you want it to be 50-50. So it's kind of like where's the logic in that?
Yeah. And the dude,
I think that in relationships, right? I think there's three characteristics in a person that will have a relationship have longevity.
Mhm.
First being loyalty, right? You want somebody who's loyal to you, and I think in loyalty is deeper than love, because loyalty is gonna mean not only am I gonna not cross you, I won't let other people cross you.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Then there's selflessness, right? Because we live in a very selfish society. Everybody is me, I. And if you find someone who is selfless and knows that the when y'all come together and y'all form a family is bigger than them, right? They're not main character. That goes a long way. And the third thing is a sense of duty, right? Like I have a sense of duty for the success of this family.
Yeah.
I have a role to play. That role is important, whether it is outside the home or inside the home. That sense of duty is going to keep a person focused on accomplishing what's best for the family.
Yeah.
Right?
But you have to come in it without rules in your mind. Like you can't come in it and be like, all right, you're supposed to be doing this and that. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You fill in where you can fill in as a team. You know what I mean? There's no rule. If I gotta go in there cook and clean, I'm jumping in there. I'm not gonna be like, man, that's a woman's job. And if she need to go out to work, you ain't gonna look at me and be like, that's a man's job. It's whatever is needed to be filled. And if you're capable, jump in. There's no such thing as why he over there letting you do that? He's a man, and then that's where all that pressure comes in. At now you're frustrated because you're trying to. I can go on all day about that one, man.
Yeah,
Preach.
But relationships have become so transactional, based off of the materialistic things, based off of what of what I can get from a person. Like we mentioned earlier, when women have married multi-million-dollar athletes and then try to divorce them only to find out, oh, everything was in his mother's name, right? And then we talked about the one guy the lady they were engaged, and then she found out all his assets were in his mother's name, and she called off the wedding. Right? So
that's a scam. Marriage is a scam, man. It's a scam.
So at this moment, women are incentivized to actually divorce because they're going to get all the half. And they don't even have to be married that long. They don't have to,
Yeah. Like D-Wade wife did that too.
You said divorce. That's Hollywood way of talking. I mean, I don't think anything's ever 50-50, even in divorce, because somebody's always walking away more hurt than the other person is. It's not just money. It's a total package of what it takes to be divorced.
Oh, yeah.
It's I know we equate, stuff to money all the time, but it's the whole package of just who's hurt and who's financially hurt, emotionally hurt.
Like you said, what was you saying, Mookie, earlier about the man got to pay for her lawyers and his lawyers?
Oh yeah.
You paying the lawyers that's screwing you over.
If you live in California, then you got to pay alimony, and it's not even child support. When it's alimony
for life. After 10 years, that's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's after 10 years of marriage, that's lifetime alimony.
That's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
Like, man,
and they can move on. They do what they do. And pretty much.
It's until she get married too, but then she can just have a boyfriend. They can go together.
Why get married? Why get married and stop getting that check? Ain't that much love in the world. She can get her a nice little bum, and they both live it up on his dime.
She'll probably get with a bum and just live off your money.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
And dude will be like, we ain't got to get married. Let's keep getting this money.
What was Jeff Bezos' cut? I mean, they had to pay out.
He was a billionaire at the end of that. His wife
But
was a billionaire at the end of that.
she's different though. Even he admit that she helped build that business.
Well, that
No, I'm not saying she wasn't entitled to anything. I don't believe.
I'm saying that some of them ain't helped do shit. You know what I'm saying? And
they walk out.
But she
Texas.
actually, I heard, help. You know, that business was her back too.
Yeah,
just the face.
Then that's deserved. Then if you were in the gym, hey.
But that's a rare case. That don't happen all the time.
Nah.
That don't happen all the time.
Right. I got you. Yeah, you're right.
That's probably one out of 100.
But what if not even just she's helping with the business? Say you're doing the business, right? But you gone every day. She got the kids, got the house. She's keeping the home.
Right. So
yeah.
I was just saying that, like, I can see a difference in like today's time. Like, I see a lot of guys are getting smarter. They're understanding that 9-to-5 life is not a life that's stable anymore. As you can see, like, that's like taking a big hit. Like, people working a 9-to-5 life, it's a struggle. You know what I mean? So you're looking at a bigger aspect of possibilities of starting your own businesses and stuff like that. And like almost like Gucci Man. You remember Gucci Man's situation when he went to jail? Okay. Gucci Man went to, I guess, from the story that, from what I've heard, before he went to jail, I think he passed the girl he was with, his girlfriend at the time, $1 million. Time he got out, she quadrupled that jump. And you know what I mean? Just having that, like, when he's down, you take a role, like almost like that Michelle Obama. Barack out, Michelle stepping to that podium. You know what I mean? She stepping in them, filling them shoes. It's almost like that team type of thing is a whole nother level compared to that, low frequency kind of relationships of, oh, you're not doing this, you're not da, 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 da.
And there you have it.
Huh?
She was an example of being selfless, right? Being loyal, having a sense of duty, right? Mm-hmm. Because most chicks would have took that meal and ran with it and left him high and dry, right? She would have been trying to build it. She would have been trying to make more off it. She'd have just went and bought a bunch of crap and material things and bounced, and
I don't think that mindset is, like I said, it's not everywhere. Like it's
not. It's very rare.
Like,
very rare.
That's how it should be. Like, I should feel comfortable when I'm down. You got it.
And because think about this. Would you, if you with a chick, you're in a relationship, and she fell on hard times financially, would you leave her because of that? Would you be like, oh man, you lost your job, man. Fuck you. I'm out. I'm leaving you. You lost your job. You'll never hear that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a right. But that's what I'm talking about. It's like we never actually express what we do or talk about what we do. We just do it. There's no, oh man, I cooked this, I cut the grass and I barbecued, and nobody ever talks about that. You know what I mean? We're like, hey, this is just what we do. We're doing what we need to do to make sure we are good. You know what I'm saying? But that's like automatic.
Mud.
But,
what is that?
I was saying, yeah, you go ahead, Drew.
But the reason that we don't do it also back is because no matter how much we sit up here and complain, no matter what's going on, as a man, we're going to take care of the woman. Like, at the end of the day,
can't complain. You can't complain. You will get drugged through the mud if you complain as a man. You're not supposed to complain. You're not supposed to cry. You're supposed to just do it.
Right.
No questions asked. Just do it. Get it done. You're the man.
Yeah.
Like how many, like, even going to work for me every day, I wonder, like, how many times do I don't know, smile every day? How many am I thinking something happy or you know what I'm saying, or something positive? I'm just going through the day hammering away. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. For what? Like, what is like? What's the end goal?
What's
the end goal doing that? Like, you're literally gonna die doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
Like that's it. Like you're gonna just work until you dead. Like that's it.
And that's life. We gonna
Because
work
there's
until
no more retirement. That retirement talk done. That was the olden days. Now there's so many 80-year-olds in Walmart waving and they in wheelchairs at the door checking your receipt. Like that don't exist no more. If the only way you'll get out if you design something yourself, your own path. And if you have a man that's trying to dig that hole for you guys, your own path, feed that man, bless that man. Like just keep the motivation in him. Don't dog him like, oh, you're not doing enough, and he's over there digging, trying to get that path for y'all for a better ending for y'all. But society and women alone, they got girlfriends. Oh man, he ain't get you nothing for Christmas. Oh, he ain't do this nothing for you. That's important. What he get you for Valentine's Day? Like it's sickening, man. Like I don't blame.
Propaganda, though.
Yeah, like
single people spend more money because they're trying to fill that void of what they lack.
I don't spend shit.
You're right.
It's all. You ever had a woman that's like, you can do something, and you gotta kind of like you can't get too mad, right? But if you kind of do something, she blow it all the way up. You know what I'm saying?
You don't get the same.
Why are you this mad?
Yeah, you just remind me of the story, man. Yes, that is exactly true, bro.
It's like you're not even you don't even get that mad at her when she messes, but then she's like, oh, calm down. Like, why are you so upset?
Yo, a chick I was dating, man, crashed my car.
Oh, I remember that. Woo, I remember
that. And I wasn't supposed to get mad though.
Ooh.
I wasn't supposed to get mad.
Ooh,
I'm not talking about like a car accident, like she hit the garage, ran into the garage with my car. Like,
oh, I remember that. Ooh, I remember that.
I'm not supposed to get mad at that though.
Yeah,
right. I'm supposed to not get mad at that.
You supposed to eat.
Yeah, she got mad because you got mad.
Yeah, she got mad because I got
mad. You don't get and like, but we don't get sympathy on our end. Like that's we supposed to eat.
Yeah, we gotta eat that. We gotta eat that.
We supposed to.
You're a man. Take it.
Wrong, you supposed to apologize. You supposed to make it right. But if they do it wrong, no accountability.
Oh, accountability is none.
Hey, accountability is like that's like they got they get shot.
Yeah.
What? How dare you hold me accountable for my actions?
Yeah, accountability. Can't even say accountability without having a seizure.
I had to whisper that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's and that's part of just being normal, man. Just like you do something wrong, hey, y'all fucked up. Like there's nothing wrong with saying you got it wrong. Oh yeah, I was wrong on that.
My computer's messing up after that one.
Like I'm quick. If I mess something up, I'm gonna say it quick. I'm gonna say it before you even think about it. I got it wrong. I was wrong. Like they know that they don't need to go on further. Hey, I was wrong. I'll acknowledge that. I don't have an issue, admitting I was wrong on something.
Right.
Yeah.
It's shit. People make mistakes, and road and clocked out.
Now his computer was messing up.
Oh, that's what he said?
Yeah.
Okay. He'll be back shortly. But yeah, that was an interesting post that she sent me because it was a lot of back and forth, and it was people, it was both sides to it. People stated their opinion, more so talking about, and that's kind of what I hear most of the time is, we take care of the kids and like, this is what you're supposed to do. You're not a hired maid or nanny. Like it's different.
Let me ask you something. And this goes daddies, this could be, moms, but I see a lot of moms doing this. Like they have to prove that they're a good mom or a good dad or something like that. And or they, they got to put it on social media and stuff like this. Should you get credit for being a good parent? you know what I'm saying, looking for you know, what are they reassurance, or you need a cookie saying that, look, I take care of my kids. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about whether somebody, you know, I don't really look for any awards. I mean, do they give awards out? Like, if they did, I'll be like, oh, I'll be surprised. If I'm Father of the Year, I'm like, huh? What's this?
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Like, I'm not about to, you know, try and get that recognition for it. You know, I mean, and if anything, your children are a reflection on how you are. Like if you're not a good parent, your kids are going to act like, you know, they're going to act as such. You know what I mean? If they're not respectable, then all of a sudden there's something going on. You know, something that you may be slacking on. You know, but that, I mean, if for somebody to tell me that, it's like I rather see that I'm doing a good job as opposed to hearing it. I don't need to hear anything.
Right.
Like,
Seeing that your child is becoming a good person and that you're like, because you're gonna see some bad kids, right? And then you look at your kid in comparison, it's quite natural. Or you look at comparison in how your kid is compared to other kids, and you can see how your child is different and stuff like that. That's its own reward to know that you're raising a cut above. Is its own reward.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you know, with my child, my wife, working with her, she was learning how to read at 4 years old better than some 10-year-olds I know.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that like, yo, that's big. Right?
Yeah.
Just stuff like that. Like how you raise your kid and the stuff that you see out of them. And then I'm seeing kindergarten's classes singing Sexy Red song.
Yeah.
That's wild to me. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why are we exposing kids so young to stuff like that?
Right.
Yeah.
So how you raise your kids is its own reward. Because you can know when you. I mean, people. I think people really do know when they're messing up, but some people just don't care that much.
And it's crazy you say that, man, because my daughter, she don't like none of that stuff. She good with a few Disney songs. I'll be like, okay,
no,
like I'm good. You know, she ain't like, oh, turn on that new song. She ain't requesting nothing. It just be. I'll be like, word, all right. I'm glad you don't like none of that BS. I'm glad because
like I told you, she'll throw on some Christian music in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Right. You know, so it's like, okay. And they're doing it on their own. It's not like, oh, turn that off. It ain't none of that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. You like that song? Okay. It's not bad. I can dig it. You know, and that's like, okay. At least, you know, she's doing things on her own, but at the same time, you know, they do things on, you know, they're watching you more so than hearing you. So you can tell them one thing, but if you're doing something opposite, they're like, well, you keep telling me about doing this and this and this and not doing this and this, but you're doing that exactly that. So that's like me telling her, don't you listen to Sexy Red, and then she get in the car, I pick her up, and I'm listening to Sexy Red. It's kind of like contradictory.
I can see that.
So, you know.
Yeah, I always thought that when I hear parents be like they'll you know, then they'll beat their kids up for cussing, but then every other word that come out of their mouth is a cuss word around the kids. It's like that never made sense to me.
Yeah.
But it made sense to the parents because that shows their mindset, you know.
Yes, do as I say, not what as I do. It's like that only gets, you know, that only holds weight for so long. Like they just like automatically just formate into that because that's what they've been around. That's what they've seen. You know, so it's like, you know, what you do or what you do around them rubs off on them one way or another. Yeah. So if you're respectable, this and that, and then, you know, and a lot of times I reinforce, but I'm never like, yo, say sorry or say thank you. I just, if she see me somebody do something for me, I'll say thank you or I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when somebody says, oh, your hair looks nice, or they do something for her, and sometimes I'll be like, make sure you're saying thank you, and I do it. I'm gonna keep doing it until you get it, and then you're gonna know to appreciate somebody saying something nice to you or doing something nice for you. You want to learn to appreciate that. Right. So, and then it just becomes that way. And then I hear from her teachers all the time. She's real respectful in class and nice and does her work and all this and that. So I'm like, okay. So I mean, that's all I need. I don't need to hear it. I don't need no recognition. None of that shit. Me knowing I'm doing a good job is based on her.
Yeah. I think people underestimate how much of a core influence they are on their kids, and they want to defer and say, "Oh, this is why my kid's doing it," or that influence over there is why my kid's doing this. And when it's really you, because they might temporarily take on the influence of something, but in their core, they're always going to revert back to what's there.
Oh yeah, I know, cuz our line of work, we seen it firsthand. We be like, yo, why are you acting that way? And then if people's come to visit, you be like, oh, yeah, that's why. Yeah. That's why. So that I understood a lot from that line of work is that, yo, the kids are they act certain ways, and you like, where does this come from? And then it be a visit, and you meet their peoples, and their peoples is just as goofy. You like, oh yeah, I get it. So yeah, I do understand that how much of an influence there is, and that's my reward. I just long as she's doing what she's supposed to do and respectful and all this and that, I don't need no recognition. Yeah. That's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's my responsibility. So, I don't need no rewards or nothing like that. That's my reward. I'll take that. If there's anything such a reward, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Strong
baby
black
girl made the honor roll. I'm good with that. What's that, brother?
That strong black man.
I raised my kid. Man, this is a good show, man. This I ain't gonna lie. This we as y'all can tell, we went down the man. Shout out to AJ.
Yeah, shout out AJ.
Yeah. Get well, brother. Get well.
Watch it, brother.
Yeah, get well. Hey, thanks everybody for kicking in with us for another episode, not so common episode. Hey, with these not so
common. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Get that
like
algorithm going.
Comment, share. Hey, help us out.
Yeah. I see Jennifer. She said not all women. I understand. It's just
all of y'all. All of y'all.
Well, I would say I ain't gonna say all, but they outnumber y'all. Y'all outnumber.
I think they did do a better job of distinguishing themselves from the ones that are not.
Yeah. The ones it don't apply, let it fly. If it don't apply, let it fly.
Yeah.
But they outnumbering y'all. Y'all gotta do something. Y'all gotta stand. Y'all gotta protest that. Y'all gotta protest that. If y'all gonna protest that. If they outnumbering y'all and they making y'all look bad.
Those are
not us. They're not
us. There you go. Yeah. Get some picking signs out and start marching.
I once seen a guy make a good analogy. He says, if there's a pack of lions coming down the street, coming down towards me, am I gonna stand there and try to figure out which one will eat me, or am I just gonna run from them all?
Man, I'm out. So, I ain't trying to stick around and figure out which one ain't gonna bite me. Shit, I'm out.
So you gotta distinguish yourselves a little better.
Paint your blue something. You know what I mean? That's a blue woman right there.
That's a blue woman.
Right. Yeah, man.
All right.
But yeah, shout out to Jennifer, man. Shout out to Jennifer in the chat. Shout out.
Yeah. My girl.
Peace, fam. Thanks for kicking with us.
Peace.